If you are not purified, you will speak in tongues and be a liar. You will be a swindler and a thief. And you may think men will not see, but there's a realm where we are surrounded. And we are not surrounded with talkers. We are surrounded with witnesses. And the reason they are called witnesses is because that situation you are going through, that you are finding justification for, there are 1,000 people that went through it and they were holy. You said the reason I fell was because I needed food. You will find 1,000 people that died of hunger. They stood their ground. The reason I fell was because I wanted to help somebody. You will find 1,000 people that helped men and stood their ground. And so you will not have any justification. The king doesn't even need to judge you. The witnesses that are there will prove to you that you have no excuse. And so every man who seeks encounter, before he calls upon the name of the Lord, he will purge himself. He will purge himself. Our generation is full of iniquity. And we have substituted spiritual things with charisma. That you speak eloquently, that you know how to move the crowd, does not mean you can move spirits. The spirits you are dealing with, they are called ancients. Ancients. They were there before the foundations of the world. And so before you spoke, they knew your heart. Because they read your heart like a book. And they know that you are a liar. They know you are a fornicator. And they also know you are not willing to repent. You are only looking for something to validate you so that you can keep walking in your error. This is why churches are increasing. Pastors are increasing. But there's no one to say restore. Because there's a realm where authority is not about number. There's a realm where authority is about stature. So when you come and say, lift up your head so you get, they'll say, who is talking? We want to know your credibility in the realm of light. Did you not read about Isaiah? He said, the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. And the first thing they checked in him was his purity. Without talking to him, he knew. He said, I'm a man of unclean lips. I dwell among a people with unclean lips. And before they engaged him, one of the seraphims took of the coals of fire and touched them and said, today your iniquity has been purged. You can't participate in that realm. The throne room has a government, and the government of the throne room is the government of holiness. And so if a generation truly seeks encounter beyond gathering together as a congregation, holy men must come. That's why I said holy men of God. He said they spake as they were carried. It's only holy men that are carried. If you don't have that signature upon you, you can't be carried. The wind of the spirit will censor you. Only holy men are carried. Today we have talkers, we have motivational speakers trying to take the place of holy men. It doesn't work like that. Paul said, according as it is written, they believe and have spoken. We also believe and therefore we speak. This thing is a battle. What you seek, somebody walked that path before. And there is a qualification he attained to walk there. Did you not read about Elijah? Nobody could carry his mantle until a man who paid the same price that he paid appeared. And it took more than 800 days for John to show up to carry that mantle of Elijah. Because that credential is a must. The standard of God is standard sure. So the first law of encounter is the law of purity.